Welcome to the Daily Influence, where our mission is to deliver a daily dose of positive influence that can uplift you personally or be shared within your sphere of influence. While not every episode may directly apply to your unique circumstances, we strive to provide insights and inspiration relevant to most people's daily, weekly, and monthly lives. Whether you are tuning in during the morning, noon, or night, the Daily Influence is here for you. Listen, share, and embrace the power of influence in your life.
Welcome to the Daily Influence. I'm Gregg-Brooke Koleno, your host. Thank you for making us a part of your routine. In this podcast, we explore the stories of amazing individuals who spread positivity and make a difference. Join us as we uncover the inspiration, challenges, and impact of their journeys. Today, we have Laura Lian Williams with Laura Lian Creative Partners. She's also my friend. Laura, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, Greg. Thank you so much for letting me be a guest today. I'm excited to meet everyone.
Laura, can you share a little bit about yourself with our listeners?
Yeah, absolutely. So as Greg mentioned, I'm Laura Lian Williams, and I started my creative firm in 2019, but I also like to think I'm more than just a creative director. I'm not only, a daughter and, I have a wonderful husband, but I like to think that, I'm just trying to spread that positivity to our community, but also I like to add that touch of creativity. And I just love giving back when I can.
Laura, thank you. And that is so you in a nutshell. Laura, can you tell us about a specific moment or experience where you felt you made a positive impact on someone's life?
Yeah, so I'm going to take you back a couple of years, Greg. So in 2018, I was a senior at DePaul University, and I guess I should back up even a little more. So I'm actually adopted from China, and so being an adoptee has been so important to my identity and who I am. And so it was really important for me to connect with my roots as I got older, and I think if you've ever talked to an adoptee, you kind of get curious too as you continue to be a young adult. And so it was my senior year at DePaul University, and I wanted to do something for the adoptee community, but I didn't know how. And so I did a lot of outreach, and I learned it was much needed in my community. So I started Adoptees of Chicago. I was with a nonprofit headquartered out of Colorado, but after learning how my community was here in Chicago, boots on the ground and everything, I realized it was best for my community that I branch away and really take care of this community here. And so I really created kind of a customized culture in a way for adoptees just to feel that they belong without even saying it. And so that was really my goal and inspiration, because I think when I was a young adoptee, I really wanted something like that. And that was never created. And you really had to find that. And my parents did a wonderful job, immersing me and having me meet other Chinese adoptees. But when you get to that young adult phase, you want to talk to people that are a little bit more your age and stuff. So that was really important. And I did that for about 4 years. And then I'd like to say I retired because it became a full-time job. But I was able to bring actually Chinese adoptees and adoptees of from different countries all together, and actually different ones from neighboring states here in Illinois. So it was really neat to see that it was truly needed in our community.
Laura, that's so wonderful. I'm sure you had a positive impact on all the adoptees that were involved in your organization. You're such a great human, always thinking about others and how you can help others. I just love that about you. Laura, how do you believe acts of kindness, mentorship, or leadership can contribute to creating a more positive and supportive community or workplace environment?
So I think I could even, carry on a little more from the adoptee experience too on that. And I never pictured myself as a leader. I just always felt like if something needed to be done, it's my job to step up, and I would hope that I would have the support of others around me. And when I did that, actually, I didn't realize I was doing leadership. And by starting that chapter here in Chicago, and then I naturally had other young adult adoptee women say, hey, can I be on your board? And so I think it was almost like I didn't plan on being a leader. I just wanted to do that for my community. But I know when I look, when I see the feedback and hear the feedback from the other adoptees that joined that were younger, they really looked up to us. And I noticed that a lot of them actually didn't have siblings. So it seems like it's a kind of, unfortunately, a typical thing, but it seems like maybe there's a lot of single mothers or just a one parent to child kind of ratios on some adoptions. So I think when you don't have siblings or, the full family members set, I think you can kind of see how they're missing something and they're yearning for that extra support. So I think that was really fascinating to see by me trying to, do something for the community and be brave. It led to also helping someone in a different way, and I just didn't realize it. So that leadership happened. And also, like, in our business at Laura Lian Creative Partners, we have a team of contractors, but I still treat them like, family and employees. And it's important that we all have time to grow personally and professionally. And we do that by giving them time with us just one-on-one and say, hey, what are those things that you want to work on, like your hobbies, your passion projects? And I really want to know so much more than just thank you for helping us with supporting our clients. But I know that they always have something going on in their personal lives. So I think that's been just great, balancing kind of both of those personally and professionally is important.
I really think you're a natural born leader. You do such a great job, and leader, mentor, supporting other people. And also I love that you think about your other team members, even though that they're quote unquote contractors, but you really think of them like family and you treat them like family. So that's really respectable.
Thanks, Greg. Well, I look up to you too as a mentor. You've been so amazing in my life, and I'm glad we've met.
Thank you, Laura. That's sweet. Laura, can you share any specific strategies or initiatives that you've implemented to promote positivity and make a lasting impact in your personal and professional circles?
Yeah, so when thinking about the specific strategies, I guess the biggest one that comes to mind is just learning to slow down and enjoy the moment, being a little more present and not worrying so much about the future. And working on having that mindset allows you to be a little more grounded. And I know it's not easy. It's easier said than done for sure. But I've been really trying to instill that with my husband, Dirk. And I think that makes our family a lot stronger, because I notice when we just take that extra moment to pause and breathe and slow down, it really can make a great impact on how are we going to react and how are we going to move forward in our day. But I think that's been really great. And also just kind of learning to live with less. And when you simplify your lifestyle and what you need, it really doesn't take that much. I think it's just really analyzing what you have and being grateful too for what you've been given by God.
That is two very good points. Slow down, which we talk about that a lot here at the IN Team series and also with IA Business Advisors. We call it slowing down to speed up, right?
Yeah.
So it's very important to slow down. Definitely very important. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it. And I love the take a breath. It's a great tool. Before you speak, just take a breath.
Yeah, I think we forget sometimes.
We do. Laura, how do you maintain your own sense of positivity and motivation, especially during challenging times or when faced with negativity?
Yeah, so I really rely heavily on my Catholic faith. And I was born and raised Catholic, and I realized how becoming a young adult, I've even leaned on it more. And especially with running a business and also trying to have that work-life balance. But as my husband and I call it, that work-life synchronization, because you're really the same person at the end of the day. But bringing in my Catholic faith has allowed me really to remember that I have a really good life and I'm really thankful for what I have, and that, I want to keep working hard and striving for the next thing, but also just kind of going back to that slowing down and just realizing what we have, and everything's going to be okay. And God has a plan. We just might not know it, but it'll be okay. And so I think remembering that it's not all about us, and there's a lot bigger of a world there that we need to remember too, and the people around us that help us every day too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing. What message or words of encouragement would you like to share with our listeners who aspire to make a positive difference in the world?
Yeah, I would say, I've been really enjoying listening to the Minimalist podcasts, and I can't help it because I almost say it to myself every day pretty much because I listen to them. But they say, love people, use things, because the opposite never works. And I love that because I think it's so spot on, especially with this day and age of the consumerism, and it's just you need this, this, and this to be feeling better or whatever it is, or to enhance your life. But I think sometimes you don't need all the things and the stuff. It's just surrounding yourself with the right people. And I think that's something Dirk and I are really trying to focus on more and more as we get older. And especially while running a business, I think we all have a lot of things going on at one time. And remembering it's not about the stuff, it's really the people that make us who we are.
That is so true. And I love that, surrounding yourself with the right people and positive people, and really helps. So, Laura, thank you for sharing all of this great advice and your story. We are so grateful that you are here with us today. If you want to get in touch with Laura, you can do so by going to her website. We'll put it in the show notes. It's lauralian.com. Thank you for joining us for another episode of The Daily Influence. If you found today's episode inspiring, if you enjoyed it, please subscribe so you never miss an episode, and share it with your friends, family, and coworkers to help us spread that positivity. We appreciate your support and look forward to sharing more stories of positivity and impact. Thank you for being part of our community. Have a great day. Bye-bye.